today we're reacting to her friends saw her off at a backyard party, but they will not speak up to the police. Bro, these supposed to be your friends. You're not in the streets, you're a regular civilian, and you see somebody close to you, something happens to somebody you call your friend, and you don't go try and get justice for them? That's just crazy insane to me. Appreciate y'all, bro. We're so close, closing in on 20K subs. I remember a time where it was very difficult for me to be able to get subs, gain subs, get views on videos and stuff, so I really appreciate that, bro. Let's get to the video.
I swear to God, these little girls playing in her face, and I'm finna play back. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna play back.
This a dyke? Yeah.
Ain't no
or
way
a stud.
Don't know a goddamn thing. Y'all know what's going on, and don't nobody want to talk. Don't nobody want to say shit.
Crazy.
Kanesha gains when
going on live though. What's up with the live shit? Like, I feel like going on live after some wild shit, or you doing some shit, some wild shit, is some like black, like is the hood black community thing. Like, no other race is doing that.
Out to party with her homegirls but ended up in the morgue hours later, while 8 of her other friends ended up in the emergency room with 2 out of her other friends who were shot 8 times in the torso were also left fighting for their lives in ICU.
Something has to be personal. Why would you just unload on a yard or a house full of women that was sitting outside celebrating someone's birthday?
Natasha Graham, Kanesha's mother, spent the morning at the morgue to identify her daughter, the second child of hers to be shot to death in Chicago in the last 4 years.
Chicago.
You can't get up. Let me go outside. You can't even go outside no more.
Things got sour between Kanesha's mom and Kanesha's friends when the surviving friends of Kanesha, who saw the killers before they took her life, were caught in between being loyal to their friend by mentioning the killers' names or turning a blind eye to avoid being labeled a snitch.
Wow.
Y'all weird as hell, but don't want to say nothing.
Labeled a snitch. Y'all is civilians. Now, again, these people are Chicago, right? Now, I gotta think about it like this too, though. You in Chicago and you still live in the hood, and you know, and those people recognize you, and you see them people and they know they'll recognize. It is possible that they could lose their life too if they were to say something, because they like, oh, they snitched, we coming for them. That's possible. That's a possibility too, y'all.
Go block me and shit. Like, what you blocking me for? What you feeling some type of way? Cause I'm feeling some type of way about my niece for. Holla at me.
Let's find out how it all played out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is a city known for its world-class culture, electric big city buzz, and welcoming Midwestern spirit that makes visitors feel right at home. With a crime rate of 40 per 1,000 residents, Chicago has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of all sizes.
40 per 1,000. Hey.
Kanesha Gaines, aged 21, popularly known as Nesha, grew up in Chicago, Illinois.
I dare you.
My fault, y'all. I'm not on my other account, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get us up to speed. Hopefully I cut this out, but y'all know me. I probably didn't. But y'all love Astral Dior videos though. Y'all love the authenticity of them, the organicness of them.
Hello,
y'all like that.
Sizes.
Hey.
Kanesha Gaines, aged 21, popularly known as Nesha, grew up in Chicago, Illinois.
She did hair.
She was a mother of 2 adorable kids, ages 2
21 too.
3. They were the love of her life. Kanesha was a very hardworking young lady. She had 2 jobs on her hands, making sure she had what it takes to feed her kids. She had big passion for beauty.
Shout out to the single moms out there, bro. I feel like people be trying to like talk bad about them. Like, what the fuck is up with niggas, bro? I know not every situation is perfect. I know people be, you know what I'm saying? So not every person is right in a relationship, but somebody, a woman that's taking care of kids dully by herself, you know what I'm saying? Handling business, like, you know, my mom did that. And I don't know why niggas be just doing, like, woofing at them. Cause I know nobody perfect, bro, but they be like flaming them for that. Like, I'm telling, I don't know, bro. That's not my swag.
She became a hairstylist and was really popular in her city.
Yeah. A lot of black women on that.
Her customers really loved her because she did the job for passion and not just money.
She saw her rolling up. Okay, we get it, gang. We know she did hair. You watching sew-ins and wigs and junk. I'm skipping.
Watch me.
She showing her like he really showing her work. I ain't mad at you, but we, you know what I'm saying?
Her busy schedule. She loved going out partying with her friends like most young ladies.
I'll be dropping right now.
That club scene, boy.
They go slow, they go slow, they go.
I ain't gonna lie, she gonna get in there and throw ass. So you know, so that's that one thing about that club scene. Whenever you got a girl, like, you know, you gotta tell your girl, hey, none of this, none of that. If you got a girl, this is just on the side note shit. If you got a girl, she like to go pop out, you know, it's a respect thing. Hey, keep it to a minimum. You feel me? You ain't going out every weekend. You ain't going out all the time. You ain't shaking ass in there, bro. Respect me, man. If I find out anything different, then you go about your business and do that as a single woman. That's just a side note. Getting on tables and shit. Look. They lit.
Get down, baby. I love you, though.
Her brother passed away in a gun violence incident sometimes in 2019, so she toned the outdoor activities down but resumed again a couple of years later.
I forgot to put my fucking lip gloss on. You wasn't my girl, but used to pretend to. When I came home, let you be there instrumental.
On July 30th, 2023, Kanesha and her friends decided to attend a backyard birthday party in the 1500 block of South Keeler Avenue in North Lawndale when a black Jeep pulled up just before 1 a.m. Some masked gunmen jumped out of the car and opened fire, striking 9 people. Some person who witnessed the incident was able to tell reporters what she heard before shots rang out.
What I gather, that I heard that when they jumped out of the car, they said, "We got you, bees."
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it was intentional. Wasn't like it was a random. It was intentional.
Right.
How large was the gathering that was going on?
They were having a luau. So I think it was a pretty big gathering. And I think it was majority all women. So it's devastating.
Kanesha was among
Hop
the
out
9
on the
people
women
who
like
got
that?
shot. She was shot in the face and was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where she later died.
And now we want to tell you about breaking news overnight in Lawndale.
9 women were shot just after midnight.
I heard Chicago got one of the least, like, I don't know how to say it, my girl told me, but like the least crime solved, like homicide crime solved. That's why so many people be getting away with that shit, because they not even solving them cases and shit.
Near Keeler
My Chicago people, is that
Street.
true?
Police say 1 woman has died, 8 others injured, some shot multiple times. Jen DeSalvo joins us live outside Stroger Hospital with the very latest. Jen?
9, Kate. 9 women. They were part of a group that police say was hanging out just before 1 a.m. last night in Lawndale when a black Jeep drove up. A bunch of offenders jumped out holding guns and began shooting at them. This is where it happened. Video from the scene in Lawndale near 15th and Keeler. Many first responders, including several ambulances. Evidence of gunfire scattered across the ground, and firefighters, police officers in mass, EMTs also there. There were a few onlookers, but not much of a crowd. Because of this, 5 were transported to Mount Sinai, 4 here to Stroger. Now, 1 woman is dead, 1 is still in critical condition, and according to police, 7 people are in good condition this morning. But as one gun violence victim had told me, there is never such a thing as good condition when somebody gets shot. Area 4 detectives are still investigating exactly what happened. We know that the victim that did pass away, she was 21 years old. The woman who was in critical condition, she sustained 8 gunshot wounds to her body. She's 28
Oh my
years
gosh.
old. The others all between the ages of 20 and 30, so they were adults. We will bring you more as we find out
Hopping
more
out
this
on a
morning
bunch of
from
women.
Stroger Hospital.
Her mother, who was a strict mom, was shocked with this incident, having buried her son in 2019 due to gun violence.
Kanesha Gaines' mother said she just turned 21 in May. She says her daughter was a mother of 2 who had her whole life ahead of her.
I'm unbearably hurt.
Natasha Graham is going through an unimaginable pain of losing her 21-year-old daughter, Kanesha Gaines, to gun violence. She said
Having to bury 2 kids too, bro. This shit is crazy, man. Like, I know some people, like, one thing I'm curious about, maybe my Chicago people maybe live in an area like this or just certain things, like, if I'm living in an area, this is a genuine question, it's not blaming nobody. If I'm living in an area, though, that's wild, vicious, I know it's going down, I'm doing a lot, like, I gotta uproot the fam. You hear about that, or move the kids somewhere else, like, whatever it's gotta be. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing my mom did, you know, again, this is just me talking and asking questions and just kind of giving y'all my experience and shit about how my life came up. One thing my mom did was, like, she sacrificed, like, okay, we could live in an area like this and, you know, be able to handle certain things, or we'll live in an area like this and we'll just have to struggle. And that's what my mom was on. Like, she was like, we gonna live in an area that's not super crime ridden, this is that and the third, you know, I know things go on everywhere and but it's not gonna be a place where it's going down, and we gonna live over here. And I feel like in a situation, if I'm like, yo, I'm from Chicago, I'm from a very crime, you know, ridden place, where can I go that's like, we gotta just if we gotta move to the fucking country, because this shit is taking young people's lives, bruh.
Says her daughter's smile lit up a room, but now it's been dimmed.
Kanesha was a funny everything. She was so outgoing. She was the queen of the world. You couldn't tell her anything.
Her last conversation with her daughter was about her moving back in with her mother.
I want you to know, I'm gonna come home, but I'm grown now. I'm like, I understand that, Kanesha. So I understand a little bit more freedom from when you was a teenager.
Because she was strict. But you gotta be a strict mom in this type of area, bro. You gotta be a strict mom in this type of area, bro.
I ain't heard from her since.
Police say the 10th District community experienced a tragic shooting that killed Gaines and left 8 additional women injured. At least 30 evidence markers were on the ground near 15th and Keeler. There was also balloons and decorations from what appeared to be a luau-themed birthday celebration.
Talk to them about being out, hanging with these friends, going to these parties.
Graham says she's walked down this tragic path before. Her 18-year-old son, Keyshawn Graham, died in 2019 due to gun violence.
The gun violence is completely out of control. Nobody even thinking, because when you take one life, you take 2. You took yours too.
Which is why Graham says she kept a strong thumb on her daughters.
I kid you not, my daughters can tell you. I be hard on them.
Yeah.
You can't walk to the store.
Yeah.
They can't go to no store by themselves. They can't go to no park. I be so hard on them because I know that the streets is so dangerous.
Yeah.
As police are in their early stages of
their investigation. That's another thing too with strict parents. Like, when you have a strict parent, because my mom was strict, and I was like, at this point now, I'm just not telling you where I'm at. You feel me? Or I'm moving a certain way. And for some people, when they finally get free from that and they're finally outside for just a little bit, they like wilding out because there was some strict shit. You know, that's the tough thing about having strict parents, but it's important. I feel like it's important to have like a parent, like a pretty strict parent, bruh. I resented my mom and was upset with my mom during those times, but it's just like shit like this though, bro. Like, especially in an area like this.
For justice.
These children, not only my daughter, but every child that got shot there, they deserve some type of justice.
Yeah. 2 other ladies were said to be in critical condition. A 28-year-old lady was shot 8 times in her torso. A 20-year-old was shot in her right thigh. A 24-year-old was shot in her right wrist. A 30-year-old shot twice in the right shoulder and twice on the right arm.
Damn.
A 31-year-old was shot in the leg and forearm. A 33-year-old was grazed on the stomach, and the last person's age and injury was not released. Her family members were not.
They normally do that when they minors. I believe, right? They'll do it if it's a minor.
Happy with her friends who witnessed the event but didn't want to identify the shooters. It was shocking to them because they thought her friends would have her back and help her get justice, but that was not the case. Some of them posed as her very good friend when she was alive but were not ready to help her get the justice she deserves after she died. They had this to say.
I swear to God, these little girls playing in her face, and I'm finna play back. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna play back. Hello. Ain't no way motherfuckers don't know a goddamn thing. Y'all know what the going on and don't nobody want to talk. Don't nobody want to say shit. Y'all weird as hell, but don't want to say nothing. Then a motherfucker go block me and shit like, what you blocking me for? What you feeling some type of way? Because I'm feeling some type of way about my niece for.
Right.
Holla at me. Got here, y'all know how I'm coming. I don't even do this live shit, but the only time I get on live is when y'all make me feel some type of way. Stop getting on here talking about my niece, and you know you ain't gonna talk about what happened to her. I love it. It's kind of weird to me how your weird blocked me, though. How you block me and you mad because I feel some type of way, baby?
Scratch your ass and get glad, bitch.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, though. Everybody know what it is with me. Y'all weird as hell. I swear to God, if it wasn't for Kanesha, I'll send this to the moon. She ain't got no best friend. All that shit dead. She got family in that shit. She ain't got no motherfucking friend. That's what it is. Because all y'all weird people, y'all know what the going on. Ain't nobody talking, but y'all want to be weird. On Facebook, making statuses and shit. I don't like none of y'all, to be honest with you. I wish my niece had stayed away from all y'all. But she didn't. She ain't listen to me. But if she had to listen to me, bro, she wouldn't have been around.
So that might be, like I said, them girls must have been around certain types of niggas, and they was in certain types of shit. And so now when that came through and that shit happened, because they had nothing to do with her, and she happened to be an innocent bystander in that, and unfortunately lost her life. Now, since they caught up in that, they don't want to say nothing because they don't want to lose their life, or they don't want nothing to happen to them because they part of that.
She wouldn't have been around that. Now everybody can face their facts and all of that. We 3 for 3, all of that. But a 3 for 3 ain't no snitching, bro. You ain't snitching if you telling what happened to your 3 for 3. She wasn't in the streets. Come on now, that's a different story if she was in the streets, bro. Come on, talk that shit, bro.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
She wasn't in the streets, y'all. Weird as hell. She wasn't in the streets. She ain't know what the was going on.
Right.
You put them up, you bring them up to a scene, you think they don't know what the going on? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You weird as hell, G. She ain't know what the was going on. Fuck out of here. She died because another decided to make a bad decision and they backfired.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck happened. Fuck out of here. Ain't no setup shit. I ain't never say a motherfucker set my niece up. Let's be clear. While running around saying that shit, I ain't never say a motherfucker set my niece up. I said a motherfucker set that girl up. That's what I said. And it backfired. Nah, we can talk about it now. It's all out there now. Now, let's be clear. Because none of the bitches that was hanging with my niece standing in the crowd with her, she want to shut down. Shut the fuck up talking to me. What's up?
Y'all need to stop playing, like, for real.
I was humble enough. She gone in the ground now. What's up? Y'all real stupid. Real stupid.
Mr. Take the jacket off of me.
Right. Weird people. Out here sitting up here talking all that weird shit. You a best friend. You this. Y'all that. Y'all this. But ain't nobody came to talk to us. But I heard motherfuckers got pictures. I heard motherfuckers got text messages. Some more. Why we ain't get it? Why we ain't know? Y'all weird out of here. I'm with all that today. What's up? got whole screenshots in their phones, but I gotta beg them up for it. I gotta beg them up for it. I asked for this days. Motherfuckers said that shit in their phone since the day it happened. Motherfuckers ain't dropped up until I start begging for that shit. Out of here, y'all weird as hell. Come on. Don't get to telling me about how I feel, because I feel some type of way because y'all want moving no right way. Man, they ain't gonna never tell the police. We have a better chance of finding this shit out ourselves. Motherfucker ain't gonna never talk to the police. Motherfucker scary than a motherfucker. Motherfucker talking about some, well, I don't want my name on black and white. What the fuck is you talking about? Tired of being humble. Fuck out of here. It is what it is.
Damn, wanna always scream all this. Best friend this, best friend that. Get your weird on. I done heard this shit from the herself that's in the hospital bed still to this day. Yo, back though, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Motherfucker talking about black and white. There's a difference in snitching and being loyal. So obviously you're not loyal to my sister, little girl. Obviously you're not. You ain't loyal. You ain't got no loyal bone in your motherfucking body. If you ain't want to talk to us, you could have talked to the police, but you don't want your name. So you not shot for real. Oh, your is grave. Because I swear to God on my kids, on my dead mother, on my daddy, mother saved your all day. I was on your all day. And I told your to your face when my sister was going in the ground, you was showing fake love. You ain't want to go with your move. How you know what's up with me? You fake as hell, G. Bro, y'all don't know where the my little sister came. On some real shit. This girl bossed up when she had them motherfucking kids. Her kids was her world.
Yeah.
Because you talking about Treasure was sad. All that day was sad. Her face, she cried all that day. Kimaria was sad too. But Treasure, that little girl, that shit gonna hurt when she get older, bro. That shit bogus. At the end of the day, G, you not loyal.
The police department also had a briefing to address the multiple shooting.
Announced crime victim services that are available following the tragic shooting that occurred early Sunday in the 1500 block of South Keene. This shooting left a 21-year-old woman dead and 8 others injured. Our deepest condolences are with the family of the young woman who was killed, and our detectives are working hard to identify and apprehend the people responsible for this shooting. We ask anyone with information to please submit an anonymous tip through cpdtip.com.
It's not gonna happen.
Or contact Area 4 detectives at 312-746-8252. Our crime victims advocates have been working throughout the past 24 hours to reach out to the victims and connect them with resources as they begin to process.
And I imagine the only reason why it's getting all of this is because of how many people were involved. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the reason why.
Crime Victim Services has also set up an assistance center that will open shortly at 1 p.m. and will remain open until 7 p.m. tonight at the Deliverance Temple Church of the Apostolic Faith at 1457 South Kaminsky Avenue. This assistance center is open to anyone who has been affected by violence, including yesterday's shooting in North Lawndale. Our crime victim advocates and our community partners are here right now, they're right now getting ready to assist anyone who needs support. When acts of violence occur, it's more than just the direct victims and their families who are affected. This violence creates a ripple effect that can touch an entire community.
Right.
This includes the children who heard the gunfire in their neighborhood or the family who lives down the street from where the shooting occurred and saw the aftermath. Though we know the trauma of violence never fully heals, our hope is that we can provide support and advocacy to those affected as they learn to live with the experiences they carry. I'd now like to turn it over to Assistant Director Aileen Robinson, who can expand on the services available. Aileen?
Her mother had a lot to say about the incident, also did the people who lived in the neighborhood.
I have a 15-year-old daughter, and to think that I'll let her go out into the world and something like this tragically happen to have a good time at a luau. I'm heartbroken.
With no one in custody,
can't, like, even your daughter, like, not even just a son thing out here, it's your daughters too?
Community leaders are begging the public for leads.
There's a coward amongst our community will take out their frustration and shoot women.
Yeah, like
we're supposed to protect our women in our communities.
Right.
If it's your son, if it's your grandson, if it's your nephew, if it's your friend, if it's your cousin, we must speak out.
CPD's Crime Victim Services Unit has reached out to survivors of the shooting to provide resources to them, while Area 4 detectives want to hear from you if you know anything about who's responsible.
It affects the community as a whole. And you don't often, this is not something that's normal where 9 people are shot at one time.
Unfortunately, no one has been arrested in this shooting, and the police are asking anyone who has information to contact them. It's sad to see that those who saw the shooting decided not say anything to the police.
Nothing. And they got hit. Some of them got hit. You know what's crazy too? Like, what happened to no women and children, bruh? Man.
Easily called anonymously.
No elderly.
No one stepped up for her, including her so-called best friends. Does this mean people just use the word best friend when it suits them and not actually act like one? This case should have been solved by now if someone had summoned the courage to step forward, but everyone acting tough and abiding by the street code.
You're right.
Well, we hope someone would step up and say something someday. We do hope they can at least do this for her young kids.
For the youngsters, bro, for real, bro. Keeping the family in your prayers, bro. This is a crazy situation. This is wild. And I really don't know, like, I don't know what could happen in Chicago for them to clean up how this is going. Like, I really do not know. I don't know. You feel me? This shit is wild. But let me know how y'all feel, bro. Like the video, sub up, comment, binge the rest of the videos on the channel. Make sure y'all go pull up to the other channels in the description. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm great for y'all. And we gone, man. ADD lad, do it.